Education Without Borders. Welcome. This is the last month of the year. The last month of the year is December. And everywhere in the world, this is a month of high energy. December, the last month of the year, is a very high energy month. Talking about energy, I want to combine three subjects in this lesson. And the three subjects are biology, physics, and mathematics. And when I combine them towards the end, there will be a result which is a psychological effect. So listen to me as we go along in this Education Without Borders. Why did I start by saying that this is a high energy month? Energy, we all know that living things need energy. They need energy to stay alive. And the living things that we know are either humans, animals, where human beings belong to, or plants. So animals and plants are the living things that conventionally we know need energy to stay alive. And this energy is provided from the food and from the water that the living things take. Of course, they also need energy from, for example, sunlight and vitamins which come from such related sources. Now, why did I say we have three subjects? When I talk about energy, when I talk about living things, I'm combining biology with physics. And I want to extend this concept of living things. We often hear people talking about, oh, that has taken a life of its own. That conversation has taken a life of its own. That project has taken a life of its own. So you see, life is not just limited to the things, animals and plants. Even objects take a life. And I want to give an example of a building project. A building project has a life. And if it has a life, if it has to stay alive, if it has to grow, it needs to be fed with food, with water. A construction project, for example, it needs to be fed with materials. And one of the materials that is highly consumed in a building project, in a conventional, typical, traditional building project, is cement. We also know there is reinforcement, bars which are also consumed, there are aggregates, there is even labor. But I want to concentrate on cement because cement is a single material that is consumed in very high volumes in a building project. So for a building project to stay alive, to develop, to grow, to go to completion, it takes in cement. And therefore, I want to propose here that for a building to stay alive, we need to participate. Now you see where the biology and the physics are coming in. I'll give you an example. You could be having a project, a community project, for example, a church, a school, any form of a project. You can participate in this by adopting a bag of cement a day. So I want to propose here, adopt a bag of cement a day. And that will give you a lot of fulfillment, especially in this high energy month of December. Let us adopt a bag of cement to contribute to the growth of a project that cannot grow without the input. The bag of cement a day is the food that that project needs to consume. Now, going back to the beginning, I said I want to combine three subjects: biology, physics, and mathematics. So far, I have combined biology by bringing in the aspect of a living thing and also extending that from just animals and plants to a building project. I have brought in the aspect of physics where energy comes in. You cannot have energy without being fed. I have brought in the aspect of mathematics I have said adopt a bag of cement a day. If you are in the month, the high energy month of December, which has 31 days, and you adopt one bag of cement per day, you have contributed 31 bags of cement to that project which needs life. And therefore you would have fed that particular aspect, that particular object with what it requires to stay alive or to develop and to grow. This is very interesting because, as I said, December is high energy month. This is the month most of us will be spending a lot. And most of the time, the expenditure is not even planned. It is, you just go to a shop and you look at something and you buy. But if you have an adopt a bag of cement a day, that will tell you that it's a control. And psychologically, you have put in place within yourself checks and measures. I am proposing in this high energy month of December, put in breaks, put in safety measures so that you adopt. It's not necessarily your church, it could be your local school. Adopt one bag of cement per day. At the end of this high energy month of December, you will have contributed that to 1 bags of cement. As we extend to the coming year, and I wish everybody nothing but just blessings in the coming year, consider continuing with adopting 1 bag of cement a day towards a project of your choice, and at the end of the year you have contributed 365 bags of cement. Now, we have talked about biology and physics and mathematics coming together. That is a very practical example of how you can apply or put into practice what you learned. Biology, physics, mathematics, psychology comes in because there will be high expectation. You will end the year on a high and begin equally on a high. How do you do this? Adopt a bag of cement per day for your project, community project. We are talking about community projects because when you impact other people, there is more satisfaction. Psychologically, you feel more satisfied because you have contributed to a project that will outlive you. I repeat, the project you are adopting will outlive you. We all have a life which is finite. We will not be on this earth forever. We will not even, maybe some of us may not even go to the end of seeing that project to the end. But you will have left a legacy that you have contributed towards a project that will outlive you. Let me emphasize that a little more. Being outlived by a project, think about it. Even the house you live in will outlive you, most likely, unless you live to an age of 200 years, when most of the projects are designed for. Most of the projects, bridges, roads, houses, churches, some of them are even 300 years and beyond. So most likely you'll be contributing to an entity that will outlive you. I am again proposing that you adopt a bag of cement per day towards a project that will outlive you, and it will leave you psychologically very satisfied, and especially if you begin it on this high energy end of the year month of December. This is Education Without Borders, and if you want more details, give me a comment below. We shall go to a practical example. It's not enough this was a part of this was theory. Follow me to the practical example of where biology, physics, mathematics, and now psychology come together. Thank you for watching. Keep watching. Let's go to our practical lesson. We have come to the practical place where we now want to be able to see what we are supposed to do. In my background, you can hear a lot of noises, so pay a lot of attention because they are noises. We are on the construction site, and on this construction site, this is the upper basement, which is being prepared for reinforcement and also concreting. Concreting takes a lot of cement, thousands and thousands of cement. Therefore, we are just appealing to the well-wishers and members. This is an example of a site or a project which consumes cement. So the same way that we consume food and water, this is a place that consumes cement. So I would like to take you slowly so that you follow me and we see what reinforcement there is in the upper basement. But remember, this reinforcement will be covered with cement. So what you'll be able to see is not the reinforcement, it's the cement. So these are the reinforcements. This is reinforcement, as you can see. And this reinforcement cannot be left like that because it will corrode after exposure to the environment. So it must be covered with concrete, which consists of cement, aggregate, sand, and water, and of course labor. Therefore, I wanted to just show an example of where we are and an example of where cement is required in large volumes. So this is a project that is living, that needs to grow, that needs to be developed. You need your cement. Therefore, adopt a cement a day for the next 1 month. This is December, very high energy month. And if you adopt a cement a day, at the end of the month you have donated that 1 bag of cement. They are able to take space to the next level. And as you continue, then you'll be able to take it up to the first floor, to the balcony, and to the finish. This is an example of a project that is worth investing in. Thank you for watching. This is Education Without Borders. Keep watching, keep learning. Thank you.